Hi, I'm Gwen Gorzelski. I'm from the English department.
My name is Brian Jones. I'm in the physics department, and for a number of years I've been involved with the GTA training program for the university that is presented by TILT. And Gwen's other hat, in addition to being in the English department, is that she's the director of TILT, the Institute for Learning and Teaching.
So Brian and I have collaborated for a while on refining the GTA training to try to make it as directly responsive to what new GTAs tell us you need as possible. So one of the things we're going to do is help you think about how to respond to situations that you are likely to encounter in the classroom. So here's one scenario. A student says to you, I just don't have the brain for fill in your subject area. How do you respond to that? Or you've just spent a class period carefully outlining principles and detailing examples for each principle. You notice that your students are staring off into space, on Facebook, on other social media, and otherwise disengaged. And when you ask them questions at the end of class to try to gauge their understanding, you realize that the majority haven't gotten what you just presented. What do you do?
And these are really practical situations that you will encounter in your teaching. And the teaching that you're going to be doing is an important part of your work as a graduate student at Colorado State University. We want to make sure that you have the resources to be able to deal with these kinds of situations. So first, we're going to start with some information from the experts who are going to tell us, here's some strategies, here's some theory. You're also going to have an opportunity as you're working through these modules to have some discussions with other students who are taking the course, so you can share ideas with other graduate students. And you folks have great ideas as well. You've certainly been in a lot of classrooms. Many of you have run some classrooms, and you'll have a chance to weigh in on each of these. Now, Gwen talked about some of the pedagogical pieces you're going to do. Another piece of the puzzle on this particular training is we're going to teach you some really practical details. What would you do if a student in your class has a seizure during class? There's a very specific thing you have to do, and we'll talk about that. What would you do in your class if you have a student who comes in and is intoxicated, but not obviously disruptive? That's a bit of a gray area. That's one where you're going to have some discussion with other people in the class. And these discussions will be moderated. You get a chance to learn from these, and you'll have people who are weighing in on them as well.
Part of the reason that we use the discussion format is that we know from extensive research on learning that this is one tool for helping people to really engage deeply with new ideas and material through interaction with each other, to apply material, and to test out what they know. You'll get a chance to do that, and just as importantly, you'll see how this course is structured to encourage you to do that so that you can try out similar structures and or adapt them in your own courses.
Heavens Betsy, so we're presenting a course where we're presenting it using effective pedagogy as kind of a model for what students might do in the class, which sounds like a fantastic approach. Another thing we're going to do as people are working through the modules, you're going to have a chance to participate in the discussions. When each module is finished, there'll be links to additional resources. And Gwen's shop has put together a fantastic collection of resources for those who would like to go farther.
We have lots of online resources for you to access, but we also really will encourage you, once you look at our website, linked below in this course, to check out workshops, seminars, short courses, and chances to network with other people on teaching. Each college has its own Master Teacher Initiative Coordinator, an experienced, tenured faculty member in your college typically, who organizes both email teaching tips weekly and typically monthly lunches or other events to engage colleagues in discussions about teaching. So there are lots of opportunities to interact with other people on campus to keep developing your professional skills in this area. And as you'll hear at the end of the course, there's also an opportunity to pursue a graduate teaching certificate that will help you to deepen your skills and also to demonstrate that work to prospective institutions where you may be seeking employment later.
So this video is just the start of the course, and this course is just the start of your education as a graduate teaching assistant at Colorado State University. I think we're ready to get started.
Ready to roll.